what's going on, everyone? I know it's been a while. It's taken a good time for me to put this video together. Not that it was super hard to do or anything. Just got so many other random things going on that I'm barely getting to this video. But anyways, to get to the point of the story, this was Street Car Takeover Dallas in October. We weren't quite sure what we were gonna do. We knew for sure we were gonna do the roll race class, and depending on how that went, we were possibly gonna do some dig racing. We did end up doing the roll race class and the Silverback GT500, as you will obviously see in the video. That's the completely full bolt-on GT500, the silver one. We call it Silverback. Stock bottom end, factory blower, stock blower actually, wasn't ported, stock elbow. It just had head studs, cams, cold air, fuel system, obviously E85, pulley to death, upper and lower pulleys. I have a whole nother video on more details on the car. I'll go ahead and put the link, and I pretty much walked through the whole car of everything that it has. So yeah, we took it to Dallas. We went ahead and did the qualifying for the roll race. Actually went pretty well. The first run, the qualifying run, was against a Charger. Ended up trapping 140 and some change, as in like 140 point something. So once we figured that out, there were two classes, a 140 class and a 150 class, and three classes, a 140 class, a 150 class, and the King of the Bakery. So in case you're not aware, those are obviously breakout times, or mile per hour, shall I say. So when you race, if you go anything past 140, if you're in the 140 class, you break out, you lose. 150, the same thing. And then, well, King of the Bakery, there's no breakout mile per hour. So anyways, that's pretty much that. I'll go ahead and get on to the racing. So that was elimination round 1. I'm not real good at my BMWs, and I don't remember, but I believe it was an M4. Good looking car, moved pretty good. Fortunately, we won that round, and we went on to the second round. Hope we didn't break out. 136. Alright, so as you can see, the second round, we ended up taking the W. It was I believe it was a C6, Z06 NA. It wasn't boosted. I don't even think it had the bottle on it. So that was a pretty easy dub. And then we go on to the next round, which was actually the semifinals. So as you can see, ended up losing, but two things to pay attention to on this race. The first one, I'll show you right here. So as you can see, the vet, it was a white C5. I believe it was a Z06 as well, but it was a Pro Charge or the ANA, I'm not sure, whatever centrifugal that it had on it. It had a big head start on us. So that was an issue. Of course, left lane is supposed to be the lead car. Unfortunately, we didn't take off fast enough with it. The car, it just took off, basically. It didn't even give a chance. That's partially our fault. We should have paid more attention and kept up. But the other thing that happened, the second part, was if you look at the scoreboard again, you notice we broke out. We hit 143. Reason being, and I know there's some speculation on it, but pretty much by the time we had gotten to the starting line, we were at like almost 60 miles per hour instead of the 40 mile per hour because we were playing catch up. And now, like I said, that's partially our fault. We should have paid more attention and we should have took off with the lead car. But we didn't, so one, he got the hit on us, ended up beating us like that, and then we also broke out. Now, we did come back around because, especially in the heat of the moment, we were pretty upset. The car just took off, didn't give us any shot or whatever, whether we were paying attention or not, regardless of excuse. We got them to run it back, more of a heads up run, and here's that run.
138 for the Mustang, takes the W, 136 for the Corvette.
So obviously, we ended up taking the W on that one. We didn't break out. We ran a 138. I think the vet did 136, and we ended up winning. Now, in our heads, they agreed to a rerun, so we won the semifinals. We should have went on to the finals. As we went back to the staging lanes to get ready to go to the next round, we ended up seeing a few of the other guys that was there with that vet. They came up. I'm not gonna name the shop or whatever, just because it's not really worth it. It's, especially at this point, it's 6 months later or something like that, so it doesn't even matter anymore. I'm just explaining what happened. They were upset. We were upset. Of course, I already told you our reasons. Was obviously him jumping out, and we wanted our rerun for that because we had to start at almost 60 miles per hour trying to play catch up. Well, they didn't like that we broke out in the run before the rerun. Of course, us thinking, hey, it's a rerun. Whatever happened before that, it doesn't matter. It's like if you're drag racing from a dig or whatever, if someone jumps a light, if someone crosses a line, or whatever all the drag racing rules are, if you agree to a rerun and then you lose in the rerun, you don't go back and say, hey, well, I beat you in that other run, so I'm still in. So that's essentially what happened. They were upset because technically we broke out, and although they agreed to the rerun, they didn't like it. They ended up, they being the track, ended up telling us, hey, we'll give you your entry fee back. but you know, y'all are disqualified. So of course we were pretty upset, but at the same time, it was a learning experience. We shouldn't have broke out. We should have paid attention to the lead car, and that's pretty much it. Big learning experience. We'll definitely be at the next Street Car Takeover with a completely different setup. The motor on that car is currently out as of right now. Sergio, the owner of the car, got a new blower, a VMP Gen 3. So we'll definitely be shooting for, or definitely having, you know, over the 1,000 mark, where before we were, at least on the hub dyno, if you've seen the dyno videos that I posted, which I'll go ahead and put that in too. The car only made 890, or I say only, but the car made 890 on a hub dyno, so take that for what it's worth, doesn't matter. So it'll definitely be a 1,000 horsepower car now, fresh motor, bigger blower. We're gonna do some other little things here and there to make the car all around better. Once it's all back together, I'll go ahead and do another video on it, because we're switching up a lot of stuff and it's gonna be very sweet. So with that being said, I drug this on long enough. Thanks for chiming in, and I'll get with y'all on the next project.